On December 22nd, 2001, the world's first copycat was born. She was a brown tabby and white domestic short-hair feline named Cece, short for copycat. Such a fitting name for the world's first pet clone. So what exactly is pet cloning? Well, it's the process of creating a genetically identical copy of your beloved pet through scientific means. It's similar in principle to how identical twins are formed naturally, but in this case it's done artificially in a laboratory setting. Pet cloning has gained a noticeable amount of attention in recent years. In fact, over 1,500 dogs, which is about 20% of the breeds of dogs that are recognized by the American Kennel Club, have already been cloned. This makes the dog one of the most successfully cloned mammals out there. It's pretty incredible to think about how far cloning technology has come, especially when it comes to our beloved furry friends. So, how do they do it? The most common method used for pet cloning is called somatic cell nuclear transfer, which I talk about in my video about human cloning. It involves modifying an egg cell that is then implanted into a surrogate mother's womb to develop into a cloned pet. Now, the big question on everyone's mind: how much does it cost? Well, brace yourselves, as it can be a pretty hefty price tag. Pet cloning could set you back tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even exceeding $50,000. The high cost can be attributed to the complexity of the process, low success rates, and the amount of specialized equipment and expertise required. Let's weigh the pros and cons of pet cloning. On the positive side, pet cloning can offer a glimmer of hope to grieving pet owners who are desperate to hold on to the memory of their cherished companion. The cloned pet will share the same genetic makeup as the original, so there's a chance that they could exhibit similar physical traits and maybe even some behavioral characteristics. However, the cons can't be ignored either. One significant issue is the low success rate of pet cloning. It's about 10 to 20%. Even with advances in technology, the process is far from foolproof and many attempts fail. Additionally, the cloned pet may not turn out exactly like the original, which can lead to disappointment for some owners expecting an identical copy. The clone, after all, does not have the same memories or know the same tricks, so keep that in mind when they start pissing all over the furniture. Now let's talk about some of the ethical considerations of pet cloning. Many animal welfare advocates raise concerns about the moral implications of cloning pets. Critics argue that cloning may prioritize the desires of owners over the well-being of the animals involved. The cloning process can be stressful for the animals used as donors and surrogate mothers, and it may not always be in their best interests. Furthermore, there are practical aspects to consider. The cloned pet may look similar, but it won't have the same experiences as the original. Environment, upbringing, and social interactions play a significant role in shaping an animal's behavior and personality. As a result, even though they share the same genes, the cloned pet may still exhibit differences from the original. Another practical consideration is that cloning doesn't grant immortality. Pets have finite lifespans, and even if you clone them, the new pet will still age and eventually face the same fate as its predecessor. That being said, the clone pets do have the same potential to live just as long as their base model. Remember Cece, the lovable bundle of mood swings? Well, she lived a whopping 18 years until, sadly, on March 3rd, 2020, she passed away due to kidney failure. Honestly, she's lucky she got to dip before everything went south. So, to wrap it all up, pet cloning is an intriguing but controversial technology. It allows pet owners to extend their memory of their beloved companions, but it comes with a hefty price tag, low success rates, and ethical concerns about animal welfare. Additionally, the practical implications of cloning may not meet the expectations of those seeking an exact replica of their cherished pet. In the end, pet cloning remains a personal choice for pet owners, and it's essential to weigh the emotional, ethical, and practical aspects before embarking on such a venture. Always remember that while a clone may share genetics, each pet is unique and irreplaceable in its own special way. So hold on to them and make sure that they feel loved regardless of their genetic structure. If you'd like to learn more about cloning and are interested in unique stories, I recommend that you watch my other video on cloning, where I delve into a mysterious cloning company with cult-like agendas and how it relates to the conspiracy of celebrity cloning. Thank you all for watching this video. If you have any more insights into pet cloning or want to share your thoughts, be my guest. I'll be hanging around the comments section reading everything you guys have to say. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If not, share your concerns. If you have any recommendations on future topics you'd like to see me cover, please don't hesitate in sharing. With all that being said, stay curious and stay safe.